Hey everybody, this is Yolanda checking in from Snazzy Bling and Things. I get a lot of questions on how I create rhinestone templates, so I'm going to do a short video on the shirt that I plan on rocking at a festival this weekend. Since I'm using just letters or phrases in this particular shirt, I'm going to use some letters that were pre-cut that I purchased from the Rhinestone World. Actually, I get the vast majority of my supplies from the Rhinestone World, which is a fantastic company to partner with. Purchase supplies, including rhinestones, rhinestone template material, you name it, they sell it. And they also offer classes on how to create rhinestone templates and so forth. So if you're looking to expand your t-shirt business, more specifically within rhinestones or vinyl material, they will be a great company to work with and to grow your business. So I purchased these letters maybe a year or so ago, which I believe are about 2 inches long, and it's double rows and they're pre-cut. So they're automatically cut. All I have to do is spell out my phrase and brush in my rhinestones. What I do like is that these holes are pre-cut to fit the SS10 rhinestone. So I have a ton of different colors. And for this particular shirt that I'm making, I'm going to use 3 different colors. I'm going to use green to represent emerald. I'm going to use light topaz to represent gold. And I'm going to use cyan to represent red. So I'll show you as I go along with the tutorial and finish up the letters. The first letter that I'm going to create, or the first word, is Juneteenth. And here it is laid out on, I use a dry erase board. I use either white or black, and you can get these from Michael's. If you have a coupon, sometimes you can use the coupon to get them. But they're fairly inexpensive, and they work great with the rhinestone transfer template material because it just sticks right on it, and you can peel it right up once you're done, once you lay your stones. Something else I'm also going to use is a wax pencil to help put some of the stones into place. I also have a set of tweezers. When I'm done, I have a little tray that I'm going to brush the remaining stones that weren't used into. And then I bought several cases of these little tubes, and I really actually need to buy something bigger to store all of my stones in that I use, and I have them labeled with the stone size and the color because that's the thing that I need the most. And this is the brush that I'm going to use to brush the stones into place. Once I decide on what color I'm going to use, I just take the stones and just dump them on the dry erase board and just go over the design or the letters or whatever I'm using, and just brush them into place. Just a light brush that they fall into place. And then I'll go back and make sure that each hole is filled in with the rhinestone. Now I do have a little space here between this F because I'm actually going to build it out to be an E so that it spells out Juneteenth. There's 3 E's and I didn't have 3 E's, so I'll have to improvise, but that's okay. We'll still get it done. And then here's my pile of stones. And then I just take the stones and make sure each spot has one laying. Now I lay them down this way because the actual back has a little bit of glue that's activated once it's put up under the heat press. So I just, lightly make sure, like I said, make sure each one has a space. And I just go over it. I'm making sure that the actual color is up because when I go to lay down the transfer tape, I want it on the color side. And I'll show you how I do the F once we get to that phase, how I convert it to an E. Go ahead and move this over here. And I just go through each one just to make sure. Let me this out the way. Okay. Oh, see, this one is the opposite. Put this back. Okay. All done. So we got the Juneteenth part done. gonna be pretty once it's all said and done and laid out on the shirt. Here's my pile. So I'm gonna clean this up. Okay, take some transfer tape and separate the clear part from the white backing, and then just lay that over your design. And then I just go take the brush and just go over my design one good time. And then I'm gonna peel this up and put it back on the white tape. Before I place the white backing back to the sticky transfer, remember I said I didn't have enough E, so I was gonna build out an E using the letter F. So on the E right next to it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like there's 5 stones from the double stone. So I'm just gonna do the same thing at the base of the F. Just lay them in here. Now this is the only time that I will want to make sure that I'm grabbing the gray backing and making sure that the actual stone or the shiny part is laying on the glue activation. Or I'm sorry, the transfer tape. I'm sorry, I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do one more. And then I'll just straighten it up and clean it up and make sure everything is aligned accordingly. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna add an extra one, extra 2 at the top, and it should match the E next to it. And then I think the middle was 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean these up to make sure that they're nice and even, and then I'll add the white backing to it. Be right back. Okay, all done with at least the first letter, which spells out Juneteenth, used in green. I'll just hold it up so you can see another glimpse of it. Juneteenth, you see how I created that E? I'm gonna fix that in because I kind of particular. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the word celebrate. And again, I need another E, so I'll just improvise and use the F. Since these are pre-cut letters, they're automatically cut to fit the SS10 stone. So like I explained at the beginning of the video, I am going to use light topaz to represent gold. I have some gold colored stones as well, but they're kind of dull. So I like to use a light topaz to represent gold. So I'll just brush these in like I did before. Lay down some transfer tape. And then we'll be done with the word celebrate. So be right back. I'm finally working on my last word, which is freedom. If I had enough letters, I could have did all of this on one template. But I had, I had the E in here multiple times, and I'm sure there's other letters that are in here multiple times, and I just didn't have enough. So I did one transfer per word. But it would be a lot easier if I did, just one big transfer. So that may be something I look into, actually cutting out the phrase on my Silhouette Business Edition. And that would save me a tremendous amount of time. But I'm almost done, so. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this and then I'll put everything together. After the heat press reaches the desired temperature, I lay out my design, remove the white backing, and lay out my design on the shirt that I want to press. And I also put in between the shirt, I either use a Teflon sheet, which is an example here, or I use parchment paper. Like if you don't have any Teflon sheets, parchment paper is always a good alternative to use, because when you go in and press the design down, it will kind of like make the front of the shirt stick to the back. So I always put like a layer or a buffer in between to prevent that from happening. Sometimes it is just a light stick, but sometimes it's been where I completely ruined a shirt. So I just got into the habit of either using a Teflon sheet or parchment paper if I don't have any Teflon sheets available. And then I put it, sandwich it in between the shirt. I think you can see it a little bit here, it's peeking out. And then I just go ahead and press the presser down for about 15 minutes. Let it cool off, peel off the clear tape. Then I'll put a Teflon sheet on top of it. Press it for like maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm done. So I'll go ahead and press it now. And this one does have a timer on it. I just don't have it set with the timer on it. But like I said, I just usually leave it on there for maybe 15-20 seconds. And then I go ahead and open it up and let the design cool down for a few seconds. Correction. In the video, I realized that I stated that I heat pressed my shirts for 15 minutes. I meant to say 15 seconds. I do apologize. But here's a suggested pressing guideline that you can use with the temperature and how many seconds to press it, and the amount of pressure to apply under your heat press. And here on the opposite side of this cheat sheet is if you're working with different materials like vinyl, depending on the type of material you're working with. Again, here's the suggested temperature, how long to heat press it, and the temperature when to peel it off. So a hot peel means as soon as it come off the press, go ahead and peel it off, and so forth. So I just wanted to clarify, I do not press my shirts for 15 minutes. All done. I noticed that my letters or word Juneteenth came out at an angle, so I'm gonna have to pay special attention when I create my next shirt to make sure everything is lined up accordingly. But I'm gonna still rock this bad boy this weekend. Have a wonderful and blessed week, everyone.